second?
Absolutely.
So when you were born,
Yeah.
when you first got into the car, what were you sitting in?
Car seat.
And then when you upgraded, then what were you sitting in?
The booster seat.
And then what was the next step?
You're in the seat with a seatbelt.
If you were driving on 485 or 85 and you saw a 5-year-old in the driver's seat driving a Toyota without a parent in there or anything, how would you feel?
Concerned.
You'd be scared. Would you be more scared for yourself or for the kid?
Oh, for the child.
Exactly. But then once you moved up to the back seat, then you went into the passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you was excited once you finally got to go into the front seat. And then
Yes.
you finally got to take the driver's test,
Yes.
and you sit in the driver's seat. But there were provisions once you got your license.
Right.
See, a lot of people fast track the system, right? We don't go through the steps. There's levels to it.
Absolutely.
Because the baby can't drive the car because it's going to wreck the car. Or it's not only going to put you in danger, it's going to put them in danger. So one thing that I need everybody to realize is that there literally is systems in place for you to stair-step your success. I really wanted to jump out before I was ready to be an entrepreneur. A lot of people want to get married before they're ready to be married. A lot of people want the wedding, but not the responsibility that comes with it. A lot of people want to build this amazing company, but if they got the customers that they really wanted, they wouldn't be able to handle the influx of customers.
Absolutely.
They wouldn't be able to handle it. So 3 things that I just recommend is processes, personnel, and systems. You have to have like processes in place for everything. And this is in the same thing in your life as well. Personnel. Who do you need to pull off the big win? Like, who do you need? Duke is recruiting. Alabama is recruiting. The Lakers are recruiting. Patriots are recruiting. You know why they're recruiting? Because more checks, more eyes are on the teams that win, not the other ones. So when you think about the big win that you're trying to pull off with your vision, who do you need? Because if we were getting ready to rob a bank, I wouldn't call you. I wouldn't call you. Who would I call? I need a driver. I need a tech person. I need a visionary that can see the bank. I need an inside person. Do our friendships, do our relationships really align with what we think we need? A lot of times, no.
No.
We base our friendships and our relationships based upon proximity and not need, and that's why we're not successful.
Please speak on the era of proximity.
Just because you're close doesn't mean you can get me to my calling. A lot of the people, once you realize that you have to first step away from your day ones to get to your destiny, that's the moment that you'll have that realization and that, I don't know, that it's kind of like that revelation in your life. I recognize that I can still love you and not have you in my boardroom.
Where's the drawback there? Why has there been this communicative misinterpretation of disloyalty, of not abandonment, but elevation?
Because elevation doesn't happen, bro. It doesn't. Elevation doesn't exist for certain demographics of people. So if you've never seen elevation happen, or your elevation may look like I went from running the block to running the community to now I run the state, but you've never been out the state. Elevation to me looks like I just got my passport. Can y'all fly with me? No. Elevation is I'm tired of sitting in the nosebleed section. I want to pay the extra money to sit on the floor. Your perspective is what? That's too much bread. My perspective is, who are we going to be sitting around? This is an investment for me to get closer to those people. So when you don't expose yourself to the possibility of stretching your mind, you'll never allow your body to be stretched.
Is that the importance of maintaining, if not, scratch that, growing your imagination as you continue to age?
Yeah. Yo, so it's a beautiful thing that you just said, imagination, right? So 3 or 4 weeks ago, I went to Disney as a 28-year-old man,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Me, my shorty, and then two of my best friends. We all went down there. And we walked around, and I remember as a kid when I went to Disney, it was like so dope. We got on all the rides. It was like, Mickey Mouse. It was dope. But this time it was different. I was like, yo, we were walking through the Dr. Seuss part in Universal Studios, and I was like, imagine being able to have a vision like this, where you have an amusement park Imagine your vision being so far ahead where you have people running and screaming and crying years after you've been dead. That is legacy. That is the possibility. Just go to an amusement park. Who thought of Dr. You have to be, Dr. Seuss didn't fit in. He couldn't have as a kid. Disney did not fit. There's no way that somebody that brilliant, Walt Disney, imagine him being in class talking to kids about gossip. There's no way. He was creating. He was envisioning something. If you don't have an imagination, you'll never be successful. I watch kids' movies still today because you know why? They're beautiful. What if this is possible?
Not just for Carter.
No, literally. Like it's dope things. Like stretch your imagination. Because if you don't, look, you thought the sky was the limit until there was footprints on the moon. Like Tesla is getting people to Mars. Like Elon Musk. Like these are real people, like in real time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just, I don't know. So Tesla, Elon Musk, excuse me, he said a quote that I just want to quote. He was like, if you're not creating, then you're dying. We were put on this world to create, to cultivate, and to get to our callings. If you're not creating, you're dying.
We were made in the image of the Creator, therefore you are by right.
You got to create something.
Wow.